Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode. I am your humble host, Gavin the Kitty, and today we are playing Wario Land. We're continuing from where we left off. Just like last time, I have Casey with me.
Hello, everyone.
Let me know if the audio is good. Actually, I might turn up the game slightly. Just slightly, yeah. Okay. Alright, let's just get in here. Hope everybody's been doing alright today. I've been doing just fine myself.
Glad to see we're back on this.
Well, I mean, I could take a day in between.
I know, I'm just saying. This game has been looking really good so far, and, you know.
Minus some of the color choices.
I wasn't talking about the color choices, I was talking about the game itself. What?
It's got a basket on its head. If you make a basket, you get coins.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how it works.
It's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was to be certain.
It was shortly lived.
Odd, okay. We got the jet booster. Brent's awake, it seems.
You got 2 luck so far?
Yep, and the
3.
odd. Okay. Sorry, my little preview window is a little broken there. Anyways.
But yeah,
So this game's been pretty good so far, but how about we tell the folks why I'm doing this?
Because it's fun.
Well, that's partially it. I wanna see what the extended Mario universe has to offer. So like I've played a lot of Mario games, but very few of them. Very few of the extended ones. I've played some Donkey Kong Country. I've played some WarioWare, but I've never actually fully sat down and played all the way through a Wario title. And I figured this would be a good way to both see what they bring to the table here, because there's quite a number of Wario Land games.
There is 6 in total if we're counting the Virtual Boy.
Are there 6? I thought there were 7.
Is there 7?
So we got Wario.
Oh yeah, the one on DS.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting about that.
There's Master of Disguise,
Shake It,
World, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and Virtual Boy.
Yeah. I keep forgetting about the one on DS.
Well, because Master of Disguise doesn't have Wario Land in the title, but neither does Wario World. So I guess
No, any Wario game that has him either exploring levels is a Wario Land title, regardless. Except for WarioWare.
except for WarioWare doesn't have him exploring anything.
Yeah. Except for the inner machinations of his mind.
So
Yeah, sorry.
anyways, so what have I been up to in the intervening day in between recordings? Well, I started up another playthrough of Breath of the Wild because I never actually beat it. Believe it or not, for all of the things that I have said about that game, I've never actually beaten it. So I'm playing through it again this time to get a fresh opinion before Tears of the Kingdom comes out. So far, my opinion is about the same as it was when it first came out. The Zelda game I don't actually care that much about, which is odd.
I'm still surprised I didn't know that it was a Wii U title at first.
That is scary how many people don't know there's a Wii U title. Ah, I could have gotten those if I had the bull hat still.
Well, you can still backtrack in these stages if you're really thinking.
Yeah, if
but
there,
if you want to go for it.
that's if there's a block.
That one's not very,
Not very friendly.
yeah. I think you want to kill him with money.
I didn't know you could do that, but nice.
Oh, that's a dragon. You want to see if it... Oh.
It's a heart. Well, at least we figured out what it was doing there. If you guys missed out on last part, don't worry, it's still up on YouTube. You can still watch it.
Zero says, Moj?
Moj. Yeah, that's how he says hi.
Ah.
How you doing, bud? And it's given me a lot of hearts lately. I think I need it though, because I'm running out of lives.
I think I know what it's doing. So, in a lot of these older games, lives are very scarce. There's supposed to be things that you're supposed to find or get to, right? Well, this is much later, so those original concepts of lives are very scarce and hard to get. This one's preparing you for the harder levels that are to come. It's just sort of balance it out, you know?
Well, I mean, Wario doesn't have a run button, he's got a charge button, so I guess it makes sense.
Well, I mean in terms of difficult platforming.
Oh, no, I meant in terms of Wario's movement speed being increased.
Oh, well then.
Wah. Ink. He says, Halo there, I guess he means hello.
Hello?
How you doing, bud? I hope you're doing okay. I'm alright myself, just been trying these games. So I found out there's actually two different endings for this game that are actually, like, best endings. One if you get all of the treasures, and one if you get all the treasures and get 9,999, which is pretty much a guarantee if you got all the treasures, and one for just getting 9,999.
Coins.
Yes. Coins.
I wanted to specify, I'm sorry.
I don't think Wario would be collecting anything else. Maybe
Souls.
garlic.
Garlic? Yeah, that's right.
Music's still pretty good.
We've been talking about garlic for the past few days because of Wario.
Well, it's a cooking
Actually,
implement, and I cook a lot, so well, I try to cook.
Dying for garlic recently.
I could see about making it some. Ask Brent if you go ask. Hey Brent, you want garlic bread later? Cool. So I'm making garlic bread for the house.
Sorry.
What?
I said I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I don't mind making garlic bread for the whole house.
Welcome to Wario's World.
Wario's Works.
No, welcome to Wario Island.
Wario's Island.
And you're not dash with the... Oh, no, because you're not...
No,
fire
because
with fire.
that's the B button.
That's the B button and that's your attack.
That is my attack right now.
I'm sorry, I'm so used to freaking...
I want to go back to the ladder real fast to see if we could do that, because...
Chat, if you don't understand why, like, I say some pretty dumb stuff about this game...
She's only really familiar with Wario Land 4
and 3.
and now Shake It, because we've been playing that on our off chance. And that's been a really interesting playthrough, because I've heard some things about Wario Land Shake It where it was like, it's not bad, but it's not great, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm expecting middle of the road, and like, it blows me out of the water.
I mean, okay, I was already thrown... I've only seen a bit of it because of the... I think it was called the Nintendo channel, which was a Wii thing where it gave you news on new games and, like, upcoming titles and stuff.
I should do a video on that.
You should. But that's where I saw Wario Land Shake It, and I saw it in stores. And I was just like, okay, well, it's a Wario title, I'm more of a Mario fan, and I was really young at the time, so, you know.
Wow.
Wow.
But we're gonna be
really appealing to me.
We're gonna try to get enough more gold than... Actually, I don't think Wario would have more gold than Luigi, because Luigi's go up to the hundreds of thousands, and Wario only
Actually, he
goes
goes up to millions, if you're really experienced with it.
I mean, Wario gets... I mean, the best ending in this game, Wario literally owns the world. Because of his money.
True, and then he somehow manages to lose it all.
So he clearly didn't get all of that money. So, my goal for this is just to get a house. Try and end with the game with a house. I figure Wario's not quite as experienced in treasure hunting yet. He's only going to get...
Well, I mean, he's got treasures that you can actually find, so that it does count for something. If you really
Yeah.
But I see where you're coming from. Now we're gonna go board teacups Yep,
the syrup ship here.
I don't know why it said teacup.
She is Syrup is a pirate who I don't know whether it was you or Truman thought it was different character.
Syrup?
Yeah. Syrup wears
okay.
a white dress in this game.
So Syrup, I've heard of their name before, both from Zelda. Did you miss that? Was that the door?
No, I couldn't go into it.
Oh, okay. You saw it too.
Yeah, I tried.
Well, I know of Syrup from the Legend of Zelda Capcom games.
And
I do know Syrup from here. The only thing I could see people confusing Syrup for is Ashley. If you're really not that familiar with the series, of course.
So I don't remember what
Really
who
weird.
said what, but Syrup in this game, like I said, wears a white dress, and the artwork even depicts it. It's not as stylized as she'd become in Shake It or literally any of her other appearances.
Uh-oh. We got a key.
We got a key. We could get that key from literally anywhere, because it...
Hidden blocks? That's
Yeah.
not in this game.
Yeah, there's hidden blocks in this game.
Oh, there is?
Maybe. Some...
Maybe?
Maybe, probably.
Doesn't answer my question.
No, it doesn't, but, you know, I tried.
Oh.
Maybe...
Bet you that's the key right there. Oh.
No, but a power-up that might let us get a key.
If you can keep it. Get it? Keep it?
Key. Doesn't matter.
Small. Imagine how pathetic these enemies must feel after getting beaten up by a tiny Wario.
Oh, okay, I see what they've got me doing
You gotta
here.
backtrack.
Now I gotta backtrack. But I understand what they want me to do here. So the key is probably way later on here.
And then, to save you time,
I have a door.
a one-way door, sadly.
So every stage is timed, like in the Mario series. And while I rarely ever get a time over in Mario, in Wario it's very common for me to time over because I'm exploring these stages left, right, and sideways.
And that.
And that happens a lot.
I know that what they were trying to go with the Wario sprite here, they were trying to mimic the one from Mario Land.
Mm-hmm.
But it just looks so goofy with Wario's face. It's all stretched out and stuff.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're not very much of a good start, but you can do this.
I can do this. All
I
the power-ups
believe in you.
all of the power-ups respawn, so I think we got this.
I was like, why did you come up here? We know it's here.
Brain.
Bringo Burr.
Ringo Burr.
Burr, Burr.
Virgo's brain.
By the way,
Anyways.
did you notice, oh no wait, it might have been Aaron's stat. You accidentally respawned an enemy on top of an existing one?
I threw him over there,
Oh,
and
you
it
threw him
didn't.
over
It
there?
didn't kill him. It was in this room right here. I threw that guy on top of that guy, and instead of killing it, he respawned.
Oh, I thought it created a freaking extra.
That's the way it looked. That's for sure.
So I thought you killed him, and then there was just, oh. We're gonna create a null enemy.
So this is a color. Updating from. Elaborating from last time, this is in fact a color hack. This game did not originally have color. It came out on the
original Game Boy.
original Game Boy, but not just original Game Boy hardware. It also suffered from being one of those early Game Boy titles. Okay, so there's a time pull there. Hello, Foxino. Welcome.
Okay, so we got 3 doors.
I'm gonna go in the last one.
That's the exit.
Well, I guess.
I'm so glad that it doesn't force you out.
No, it doesn't. but I can definitely unlock it early. I feel like Wario speeds up his movements now that we've seen him do that animation once. For the bonus area.
Is it?
I think, yeah.
I thought it was always the same.
No, he's definitely sped up from the first time.
That's game design right there.
That is good game design. I would like a way to skip it, since I'm not really going to be using it.
But you know, they don't expect someone to just be like, oh, well, we're gonna play this as fast as we can.
Well, I'm not playing through it as fast as I can.
Yeah, you're not speedrunning, but...
I am trying to move as quickly as I can, because I want to keep it...
That is very menacing enemy.
I don't like that, because if I don't have a way to charge into them, or
So this
fire...
This is the Monty Mole of Wario.
I think it is.
Both case in point, because they're both moles. But I think the joke that I'm really trying to go for is the fact that they were, I think it's either shades? I think they're wearing shades? I could be wrong.
There is a type of I think Monty Moles originally did have shades.
The original Monty Moles? They first appeared in, well, the big ones do. The smaller ones don't.
Oh, I need a ground pound for that over there.
Oh, can you not?
No, I need a bull hat.
That's interesting. But yeah, if I remember correctly, Monty Moles, the big ones at least, those have, I think those are called Mighty Moles instead. They have shades. The smaller variant doesn't. They just have very squinty eyes.
Well, maybe they came from here.
Right, because this came before World. No, wait.
No, it didn't. It came after World.
It came in after World.
We discussed this last time.
I love how we went in a full circle with it. We were just like, oh, this came after World. Wait, no it didn't. Wait, it did. Brain confusion.
Sure, I'll take this into the boss. If this is the boss,
It's just syrup.
I'm okay with that. Get it done early. Xavier says, once again, well, thank you for your support. Feel free to drop a like, Xavier, and thank you for stopping in. I'll definitely try my best with Wario here. If you missed out on part 1 yesterday, it's still up on stream. Yeah, it's a really big range for the Game Boy. Like, I'm not...
Okay, can we talk about how that reminds me of the Onyx from the Legend of Zelda? It's those armored enemies with the mace that goes out as far.
Oh, I thought those were...
No, those are not Iron Knuckles. They're called Onyx. I was surprised too.
Okay, well, that's fair. I actually, you know what? I should know that. You want to know why I should know that?
Why?
Because I have a copy of A Link to the Past with the manual.
Oh, Link to the Past?
Yeah, I have a copy with the manual.
I was talking about Capcom, the Game Boy titles. That's where I know them from.
Oh, well, I don't know from that. I know from the Game Boy titles.
I wonder if they are in the... I swear
there
is an enemy in there.
That throws a ball.
But isn't that a boss?
No.
It's not a boss?
I mean, there's one that is a boss, but there's also ones that aren't.
This reminds me a lot of the Eagle Tower fight from Link's Awakening. That was one of the coolest boss fights I've ever had in the game, and I extremely loved it. It was amazing.
Okay. That's tricky. This feels like Wario Land 3 with the momentum here. I don't like that.
Oh, because of the wind.
The wind makes it feel like Wario Land 3.
I'm as light as paper, but as heavy as a rock.
But only sometimes, and only when this and that, and only under this. Link in Mario Kart 8 has a bunch of missed potential.
How so?
I think I would agree, only in the circumstance that they could have done more with like kart design, but I don't play Mario Kart enough to really have a full opinion there. I'm sorry. But welcome regardless.
When I was younger, I actually thought like if Nintendo ever decided to make a title similar to Sega All Stars Racing, and if they had Link in it, he would just ride Epona.
See, that would have been neat, but I also understand that would look goofy as heck, and like.
No, but it's not Mario Kart. It's its own thing.
I know, but I don't think Nintendo would make like
Epona drifting. I can see how goofy that would look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, what is up with that pixel?
Where?
Go down. Do you see the giant line?
Not really.
On the right.
Oh, yeah, that's where the colors bleed slightly in this game because it's not meant for color. We're not playing this on something like a Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color. I mean, technically I am playing this on a Game Boy Color.
You could have technically used the color palettes.
Yeah, I could have.
It wouldn't have looked as good.
No, it wouldn't, because...
Maybe a bit slightly better with the actual controlled palette.
Yeah, but I still think it looks rather nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's pleasant.
It is pleasant.
It gives a good viewing experience, and it's a nice explanation. But I'd love to hear your opinions on the... well, I'm not talking about kart design. He could have been on a horse and regular kart racing. Sorry, I can't sit and read it.
He said, well, I'm not talking about kart design. He could have been on a horse, and instead of regular kart racing, an AI would have controlled the horse. Well, then how would you play as Link?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I'd
understand if it was, like, a computer.
Yeah, like...
But...
So, in Mario Kart, you control the cart, you don't control the character. The character's the one driving it. It will look silly without them. But...
Just a ghost cart!
I mean, Boo does that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just... They make the entire cart disappear. That's the whole point of the item. They make the cart disappear and they steal the nearest player's item.
Yeah.
But I could just imagine how spooky that would look, just Toad just driving past you and seeing just a cart on its own with no driver, just driving.
Yeah, so, like, AI-controlled Epona, interesting thought, but that really would just be... You wouldn't be controlling the cart then.
Oh, it's called an Onyx, not Onyx. It might have been a typo that I read, but also it'd probably be...
Probably a typo. I think typo is the best.
And you know where I got this from?
Where?
The Zeldapedia. The official Dark Horse book.
Oh, yeah, probably a typo then. Dark Horse isn't known for their best spellings.
But yeah, this guy.
Oh, here you go. Here's... They elaborated a little more, if you want to read that out.
And Link would have turned around by himself with a shield to deflect projectiles, making a completely new gameplay mechanic. Oh, so they're talking like...
Okay.
Do you know how Mobo and Robo have their special where Mobo drives the car and you could just throw stuff behind?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. You're thinking something from All Stars Racing with Mobo and Robo, which are they're characters from a game called Bonanza Brothers. Yes, that's the one.
Which has a very killer theme if you don't know it.
It's really awesome. It's based on a classical theme. I'm gonna use save states from this moment forward, I think, because.
But yeah, he's from Oracle of Seasons.
Oh yeah, that guy. Anyways,
he's a menace.
Regardless of that, though, we do like Zelda here on the channel, so
yeah.
Any Zelda discussion, go for it. I did start a playthrough not too long ago of the Oracle games. However, I haven't finished it quite yet. We will be coming back to it eventually.
That's interesting. Wait, is that his hand? Oh, that is his hand. Okay. I got confused for a second.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah,
Did it! I thought I had to use a save state, didn't even make one, and I did it.
You just needed a bit of practice.
I think that was it, yeah. You can jump on the boss's head, you can also jump on the boss with a Viking helmet because of the spikes on the head. Oh! Well, I could have just jumped from underneath, I guess.
Well, either way, you still won.
So, back to the topic of Zelda, though, that would have been a really interesting gameplay mechanic.
Well, the thing is...
But I also understand why they wouldn't do that, because that would mess up the entire formula of Mario Kart.
On top of that, that would just be one character with a very unfair advantage to the rest.
I would like to see them do that for all the characters, though.
What would Mario do?
I don't know. I'd have to
What
actually...
would Luigi do?
I'd have to sit down and think about it.
Now, if it was a Double Dash case, I'd understand.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
If they brought back Double Dash, which I highly doubt they'd ever do.
Well, I mean,
it was so good.
They brought back some of the mechanics from it, but...
Well, yeah, that would be placing items backwards, holding items, which was actually...
2 items at a time.
3, actually, if you're good enough.
Well, yeah.
Double item boxes, that was a thing that was brought forth by Double Dash.
Yeah, no, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of Double Dash.
I don't blame you. That's your opinion.
That's me. I grew up with DS. I grew up with Wii.
You grew up with DS?
I grew up with DS and Wii. You know, when I have a good game, I kind of want to stick with the good
if
game.
you grew up with DS, I don't blame you. DS is one of the greatest racing portable titles for the Mario Kart series. And don't say it is the only one. Nintendo could make a killing
Nah.
porting their
No.
game to PC.
No.
Yeah. Okay,
No.
here's the thing. Honestly, yes, if
They
they
could.
were to do it, but the thing is that Nintendo is their own company and they don't want to rely on something else.
So there's
other than
a history here of Nintendo. So Nintendo has ported some of their games to PC. These are older titles on PC.
And they have made games specifically meant for PC, such as
There was
Just Typing.
Mario Teaches Typing. There
Like,
was
wasn't it Mario's Missing was also a PC title.
Mario is Missing, Mario's Time Machine. Those were all PC titles. There were things like the Hudson Stop Super Mario Brothers Special for the PC 88.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember.
Yeah, there was Hudson Stop's Mario Brothers ports, which they did multiple of.
Yeah.
Nintendo's
okay with PCs. The thing is just
their major titles are built for their hardware. I understand the thought of, oh, but it could be on PC, people come on. Yeah, I get it, but...
Well, actually, not only that, they could get source code and
At the
do
same
some pretty
time...
stuff that's illegal.
At the same time, I much prefer playing Nintendo games on Nintendo consoles.
Well, that's how it's meant to be.
It plays better that way.
I understand what they're saying because some games do have slowdown for no reason in places where they don't really need to have that.
But at the same time...
That's what makes it charming.
I like playing the games how they're meant to be played. That's why the Switch Online Game Boy Advance stuff and Game Boy,
Kinda
I'm
feels
super...
out of place.
What?
Does it feel out of place for you?
No, it doesn't feel out of place to me. Those are really interesting to me because they're 100% accurate to the hardware. And I
Plus
mean
the
100%.
filters.
Yeah. And I mean 100% accurate. Like they've run fans have run a bunch of tests on them. They are 100% accurate to the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance.
That's why, and that's the thing. As you mentioned before, when we first saw the debut of it, when we watched the Direct, which thank you for waking me up for that.
Yeah.
You said Alone in the Dark is one of the hardest games to emulate on a Game Boy emulator, and yet they got it working 100% on Switch Online.
Yeah.
Which proves the point even more. Sorry about that. Empathetic Apathy says, hello, I finally caught a stream.
Sup, welcome.
31.
90s and now the mobile games. Okay, there's still a difference with that.
They're mobile games.
So the mobile titles aren't directly developed by Nintendo. The mobile market doesn't infringe on Nintendo's primary market share.
Now, truth be told, they are released by Nintendo Ltd, but that's a separate
entity.
That's a separate entity.
And most of the Nintendo mobile games only came about because Nintendo got a stake. Nintendo's biggest shareholder is Tencent, and they make lots of mobile titles.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, they are known for their really shady mobile titles, which is why I'm really glad that most of the Nintendo mobile games aren't nearly as bad as some of Tencent's other products.
Now, I will be real with you. I've played a couple of these. I played Mario Run. I think it's called Tamagotchi Life.
Tomodachi Life, yeah.
Yeah. They're not bad. It's just they're more of just...
They're complementary to the games.
Yeah, they're not really meant to be taken seriously. Now,
If Nintendo...
if Nintendo did what Sega did with their Sonic titles by releasing them on mobile, I guess that'd kind of be okay, but the thing is, they'd probably only do the NES titles and that's it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do anything crazy like Sunshine or anything like 64.
So if you look at... Okay, so you're saying Xbox and PlayStation put their game on PC, why not Nintendo? Because...
Nintendo's cheap.
Well, no. It's actually really cheap to put out a PC game. But the thing is that Microsoft owns Xbox. Microsoft makes PCs. And Sony themselves only did it after they realized they could make more money on PC. Nintendo wouldn't make more money on PC because they already make a profit on the Switch. Believe it or not,
Actually, a really big profit off of the Switch.
Nintendo Switch, they started out selling that console at a profit, unlike every other system where they've sold it at a loss. So...
And that's a big step up for them.
That is massive. That nobody else in the industry is doing that. So when you look at think about Nintendo putting their stuff on PC, they're actually losing money out of that.
To be honest, when the Switch came out, it was a revolutionary idea. Now, I know people would be like, well, it's a portable system. We've had portable systems before from Nintendo.
But it's on the TV. The thing was, it was console experiences on
the go.
On the go, and it wasn't on the go on the TV. Hello, Dermuller. Hello, welcome.
Plus talking about Mario Maker on PC, there's missed potential with the mouse. Here's the thing, though. People have tried to recreate that experience using Super Mario Flash 1 through 4, Super Mario Maker, an unofficial version that I played.
Yeah, there's Uni Mario Maker. There's all sorts of like fan projects to reiterate that, and I don't think those play nearly as well as Mario Maker 1 or Mario Maker 2. It's going quite well. We're just having a in-depth discussion over Nintendo and PC ports.
I mean, fans of the Mega Man series had created the Mega Man Maker.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
And that's actually really good. It's full fan service, and you know what's even better about it? The fact that it runs so smooth.
That too.
With no interruptions.
I should probably ask, how is everybody in the chat doing today?
Yeah,
Because it's been a while. We're doing a heavy discussion, and everybody's just now rolling in, so it's...
Yeah, how's everyone doing?
How's everybody holding up?
For those not familiar, I'm Casey Gable.
She's Casey, I'm Gavin, and we're just hanging out playing Wario Land right now. But no, I think Nintendo PC ports, yes, there's some missed potential there, but I think you miss out on more by not having the motion controls and not having... You don't have the bells and whistles of the Switch or any of their other systems to really go along with that, so...
Well, to me, if I were to put it into perspective, when it comes to console and... you know, mobile titles, it's like me owning a lemonade stand. You're there for the lemonade, but I have cookies aside, right?
Yeah.
So the main moneymaker is not really the cookies, because they're an additive and they cost less. Essentially, mobile titles for Nintendo are just that little extra cent.
They're already...
I don't want to touch them.
I'm just gonna speed up. Yeah, that's... I didn't know that either.
Well, now we know.
Now we know.
You hit the big button.
Zero XL says, I'm alright, haven't heard from me in a bit. Yeah, I've been kinda... all over the place.
Wario drained a lake.
Yes.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
Ecological damage. Oh boy.
Ah, wow, pollution.
Spoken like a true businessman.
But yeah, in terms of that, the mobile titles are just those little cookies. They're not really anything that you have to get, but they're there if you want them, and they're a profit.
And I can understand the thought of putting Nintendo stuff on PC, which they've done Nintendo on Nvidia Shield in China, they put their Wii titles on the Nvidia Shield.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Yes. But there's a difference there. China at the time didn't allow for console gaming at all in that market.
And yet somehow they made cartridges for no reason whatsoever, aside from to make a few bucks.
Well, they could make handhelds. They could make handhelds just fine. They couldn't make consoles. They couldn't make anything with cartridges or discs in China that would work. That's why we have stuff like the IQ. Am I playing this just because Pizza Tower came out? No, actually. This came about because I've heard a lot of people talking about Wario Land recently.
And then they had me bugging them about Wario Land, because it's one of my favorite series.
And I thought about it for a second, and I went, hey, you know what? I haven't ever actually played these games. I wonder what they're actually about and what they add to the Mario franchise, and that's why we're playing it. And eventually I'll make a video on what Wario Land, Yoshi's Island, Donkey Kong Country, and Luigi's Mansion all add to the Mario series as a whole.
Someone actually asked me the same question during my stream of Wario Land 4. They asked me if I was playing it because of Pizza Tower, and I said no. But you know what I would do? I would just put Pizza Tower on the game description, right? And just play Wario Land 4, and it's like, what are you talking about? This is Pizza Tower.
Well, I thought about playing... So, I might play Pizza Tower if you guys want me to, but I'm mostly just playing this because I want to play some Wario Land, and I want to see what it's about.
They want to see why I like the series so much and why I hype it so much.
They have been hyping this up quite a bit, actually.
I told them Wario Land, Wario World, they're very good games. I mean, we've talked about Shake It because we've seen it a couple times.
Also, why can't they have home consoles in China? Seems like a stupid law. It was a stupid law that they got rid of back in 2016 when the Switch...
This is the question I really want to know.
What?
Why did they not allow consoles?
They thought it stifled productivity.
I'm sorry, what?
Don't ask me. I'm not a lawmaker in China.
They stifled productivity in what?
I don't know. They just don't. They didn't want to have to. They didn't want to have to police another market of entertainment.
Police another market of entertainment. That's why we have rating systems.
No. They didn't want to have to worry about censorship of video games.
Yeah. So
they were just going to get rid of it because, you know, think about where...
Pixels, yeah, I understand. They wouldn't have to worry about it too much. I mean, aside from...
well, no. But they have to worry about... Because what they have to worry about is American influence. They don't want that over there. And video games have a lot of North American influence.
Oh, yeah, because they're marketed towards Western.
Yes.
Much more than they are Eastern.
Yes.
That's right. I keep forgetting that that's the whole point video games exist.
Yep. But yeah, no, they can now produce the Switch and stuff like China. In fact, that's why it sold so well, was because they were finally able to, back in 2016, I believe, they were finally able to release all of their...
Super Mario World background.
It is pretty close to Super Mario World
It's
or Mario
the
World.
forest from stage, or from...
Something tells me Nintendo put Wario Land 3 and 4 on Switch Online as a little nod to Pizza Tower. I don't think they did.
Okay, they didn't do that for Pizza Tower because Pizza Tower is pretty new and it's Nintendo. They don't care about Pizza Tower.
They don't care about the third-party games.
Listen, the only reason why 3 is on there...
3 is a graphically impressive Nintendo Game Boy Color game.
Sure, it doesn't control well, but it's still a good game.
It's still a good game, and besides that, it's graphically impressive. It shows them that, hey, we got a game that's, you know, on par with Shantae levels of graphics.
Now,
From
Wario Land 4... sorry.
Now, Wario Land 4 isn't on the Switch Online yet. Yes, it is in the software files, but it's not on there yet.
And that was the one thing that when Gavin told me, I practically had a stroke and a heart attack because of how happy I was.
Now, of course, they did tests with stuff like the Mega Man Battle Network games and Zero titles, because, once again, some of those can get hard to emulate. So, they're in the files, but we're not going to see them because, well, Zero is already on the Switch, and Battle Network comes literally 2 months from now.
Yeah, and I'm totally excited.
I'm very excited about
Wasn't
that.
Shantae technically a third-party game? Yes,
Yes.
they are, but
Yeah,
they became a very popular title. That's the
it's a third-party game, but it's also a hard game to emulate, and it's already on Switch, so they're not gonna put it.
Remastered is right.
It's not a remaster. It's
No,
just
the remastered version of it is on Switch.
It's not a remaster.
There is no remasters of it.
No, it's just a port.
Well, I know of the port. I'm just saying because I could have sworn there was a remaster.
The remaster, if you're talking about a remaster, it's probably like Half Genie, the other like Half Genie Hero and all of the more modern ones.
Yeah. I was about to say.
No, I can come back for it.
I was about to say, like, why would they put it right next to that? And I realized that was a coin door, not the key door.
Mm-hmm. So I'd have to backtrack all the way through the level to find the key door. Empathetic says, even today they didn't make a lot to prevent kids from playing more than, a couple hours each week. Yep. Wasn't Shantae a third party? Pizza Tower is probably going to come to Switch eventually if they can make enough sales.
Yeah, because the whole thing about Nintendo and what they do with third-party games on
It's
Switch...
up to third parties to release. It's not up to Nintendo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So all you have to do is optimize your game for the Switch, get it tested, and make sure it runs and works well, and then you pay a short fee, and then you can release it on the eShop. Physical cartridges you have to get printed from Nintendo, which isn't too hard. There's multiple different manufacturing sources. But essentially, you're just paying a fee, and then Nintendo takes a cut of your profits on each game sale. But you get a majority of the sale. So on third parties not releasing on Switch, it's just a matter of...
Well, Pizza Tower seems like its own thing, and I don't think they're even gonna try. But
well, they can try. They could absolutely.
can.
They absolutely could, and they could absolutely get it because you can release anything on the Switch or the PlayStation. Like,
well, not PlayStation because of certain things.
there's
but...
on the PlayStation Store you have to have. When it comes to those third parties, you have to make sure that you're playing by their rules. That's it. That's all.
Spooky.
That's the only thing that's stopping it from being on Switch or any other console is essentially paying a fee and getting it tested.
You know what's funny? Pizza Tower looks like one of those games that I could see being on the Xbox.
Nintendo tests the game for themselves for the Switch. I believe they don't.
They don't. From how you explained it, I assume it's devs that...
I'm pretty sure it's the devs that test it. The only thing Nintendo does in terms of testing is make sure the code is...
working.
It's not going to break anything in the Switch OS. And I don't think a person would want that anyways, because that would get them pulled from the online store on the eShop anyways. So... But most of it is just... It's all on the third parties to do that. It's not on Nintendo. Which I think is, that's the way it should be. It's the way that's the way it wasn't back on the NES and Super Nintendo. Was early Super Nintendo and all throughout the NES, they essentially.
I'm just as confused.
There it goes. I don't know. I guess I didn't hit it right or something. But yeah, no. Nintendo's only testing stuff is if there is an issue that arises. But like releasing patches are expensive, believe it or not. They've only gotten cheaper recently.
Because people have actually tried their
Because
best to...
because it makes more sales if you get it cheaply out.
That was kind of dumb. The game just killing you like that.
Yeah, no, that was partially me. But no, I love video games. I love learning the history of video games. And I love learning how this stuff works. So, most of the time when there's a question like this that people ask, I generally know the answer to it. So that means I can make a game and hide homebrew channel. No, you can't.
No.
So
homebrew is illegal on Switch. That's in any console. That's why you have
let me run this by you. There was in fact a game that tried this. Do you want to know what happened to that game? It got pulled instantly. It was on the shop for one day. less than.
It was like on the shop. I think I heard about this. It was on the shop for about like 8 hours before it got pulled.
Yeah, it was 8 hours or so before it got pulled. Because instantly they knew what it was doing, and they pulled it. So you're not going to release something with homebrew in it, because that developer is now barred from releasing games on Switch. Was it a 3DS or a Switch game? It was a Switch game.
Was it Switch?
It was Switch.
Oh, I thought it was a 3DS title.
There is a 3DS title that was used for that, but that wasn't. There were multiple of that, but that wasn't on the develop. That wasn't the developer's intention. That was the developer's intention on the
On the Switch.
on the Switch.
The thing is that when it comes to modding systems,
You don't
it's very
hit or miss.
hit or miss.
I have a few modded systems, yes, but I don't use them to. What was the title of the game? I don't remember. It's been.
You can actually search it up.
You can search it up. You want to search it up real fast?
Yeah, I actually will do that.
Casey's gonna search it up for me.
And I will give you guys.
But let me give you another bit of a rundown for it. Essentially, all you have to do to release a game on Switch is make sure it runs and make sure it's a game, because that was part of it. Their game was I think it was something about programming. It was teaching kids about programming.
There was a game. Hold on.
And it basically had backdoor framework for Switch homebrew,
Okay.
which homebrew can be cool, but it's also, not exactly like I like modding. I like
Was
learning.
it called Ironfall?
Maybe.
This was in August of what? This of 2015. When did the Switch come out? 16?
17.
17? Okay, so this has nothing to do with it. Okay, you know what? This doesn't.
Was it Fuse 4? I don't remember the name of the game, guys.
We don't remember the name of the game. That's why I'm trying.
I
to
remember
find
hearing
it.
the news. Just look up game pulled from Switch Store. Homebrew. And it should pop up. There were a couple news articles about it. Essentially, they rule. It was a game about programming. I know it was about programming. That was about all I remember from it.
I remember there was a dark including code. Yeah, this is the title.
What was the title of the game?
A Dark Room.
Ah,
A Dark Room pulled from Switch eShop for including code editor.
and the code editor allowed for Switch homebrew and modding Switches, which goes against Nintendo's policies.
A text-based exploration and resource management game, A Dark Room has been removed from Nintendo Switch eShop just after release after it was revealed that the game included a code editor in the final version. Following the game's launch on the eShop earlier this month, this was way back when it first came out, developer Amir Rajan announced on social media that he had included a Ruby interpreter and code editor in the game. The editor was accessible by playing A Dark Room on the eShop with a USB keyboard connected by using the FATA key. I believe that's FATA, I could be wrong. On the keyboard and following the instructions that appeared. This Easter egg effectively turns every consumer
Switch.
Nintendo Switch into a Ruby machine, Rajan said.
So, Ruby's like a Linux, if I remember correctly.
Yes, Ruby is Linux, but with a lot more that you can do. It can get nuts if you're not careful. I remember a similar game for 3DS that actually you could create your own games inside it, and it would just stay within the source code. It was a DSiWare game, and
Okay, but it would stay within the game, and that was the difference.
That was the difference. Now, if this game, A Dark Room, would allow you to edit the Switch code,
Which
not just.
it's not teaching people how to code. It's not a learning program that's stuck to itself. It was something that branched out into the Switch OS, and that was why it was pulled. You can't
Because modification of Switch games, or
the Switch
OS.
the modification of Switch hardware to pirate is against Nintendo's policy.
Because with that capabilities,
You can,
you can
see, because pirating is illegal. However, modifying your console is not. As long as you're not modifying it to pirate. In that case, it is.
So, say for example, I were to take,
If I modified my Nintendo Wii with Homebrew Channel to develop a brand new game, that would not be illegal.
because you're using it in a way to create something, not more or less sell something that exists at a higher price or for the same amount of price, whatever. If you're selling a Wii OS under a different name, but it's still exactly a Wii, that would be pirated.
Yeah, there's context for all of that. Okay, I don't know exactly what it wants me to do.
You're supposed to throw it at him.
Yeah, I missed.
Try shooting him with fire.
I've tried that a couple
Right,
times.
well,
Also, hello February the Sabertooth. Sorry for that. We're just discussing piracy, Nintendo, and what
it's
it.
hard to tell because he's blinking. I know what it's trying to do.
It's trying to be transparent.
You know what? If they release this on Switch, I bet it'll look perfect with the
What? Yeah.
with the ghosting filter that you found.
Yep.
That's the cool thing about the filters.
Oh, there we go.
Switch Online.
So I can't use the fire. I have to use one of their ghosties,
I guess that would make sense.
and I can't stomp on him because
He's made it back to bottom.
he stops me in the air. There we go. But yes, there you go. You got your news source explanation for what you can and can't do on the Switch Online. I've actually looked into it because buying a Switch dev kit is not very expensive at all. It's actually less expensive than most. Microsoft just gives you one of their consoles, and you pay for a dev license.
Smile Basic. That's the name of the game that I was.
Smile, but yeah, there you go.
Smile Basic is not the game that got pulled, but this is a coding thing where you can make your own games and stuff.
Oh, apparently I only had to hit it twice or something like that.
Smile Basic is what I've been trying to find for years, but it doesn't even matter because I can't get into my own Nintendo account anymore to add funds.
So I mean, it doesn't really.
And if I were to, you know, get off of that account and into a new one, I won't have my re-downloaded titles.
So you might as well just shrug. It's whatever.
I'd have to ask Nintendo to help me out with this because I don't remember the name I put for it because back then I was a little rebel. And apparently I changed my birth date to be older than I already was. And I don't remember what that birth date was, so... It's kind of a loss for me until I get a... Well, then I'd have to buy
A new 3DS, and it wouldn't matter.
A new Nintendo 3DS.
Oh boy. Anyways, regardless of all of that, I think we've talked enough about piracy and programming hacks and all of that. Let's get back to Wario Land, shall we?
Whack.
Yeah. So I do plan on covering the other Wario Land games. Probably not right away though, because you know, Wario Land 1. We're already up to an hour. I think we've already beaten 2 worlds now.
I'm actually halfway done with Wario Land 4 on my playthrough, and
So we'll probably
it was
finish.
only in 2 hours.
We're probably going to finish Wario Land 1 today. I'm pretty sure we'll finish it today, anyways. I can never be sure. So, how's the chat holding up? How many likes are we sitting at?
9,
9?
I think. I'm gonna refresh the page.
Cool.
Cute.
I guess this is my one shot for this. If you're enjoying what you're watching, please drop a like and subscribe. And I think that's...
We're at 9.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's all I got for that. At least, that's enough shilling. I'm just gonna keep playing. I do like that Wario's got such a hard head that he can break the invisible blocks even while small. Like the not invisible, but the brick blocks. The ones that Mario can't normally break, he'd just bonk his head. So Wario.
Does that essentially mean that Mario is weaker than Wario? It's just Wario doesn't use his strength to his full potential?
No, because Mario, because that means Wario is literally bashing. Is I think Wario is supposed to be, doing the same jump pose as Mario. I think.
No, he jumps with his arms to his side.
I guess.
And he does the same for Wario Land 4, which I'd actually like to check really quickly.
Well, either way, it's still Wario's breaking blocks that Mario normally wouldn't be able to. Small.
Isn't it canon that Mario doesn't use his head, but instead his fist?
Yeah, he uses his fist. But I don't think Wario is supposed to be using his head either. Based on some of the things I've seen in Smash Brothers.
Alright guys, I'm gonna bring up the manual for Wario World, because this actually explains quite a lot.
Okay, but I would like to talk about this game, Wario World.
No, but we're talking on the subject of Wario.
Well, yeah, but still.
Okay, fine. I just wanted to pull it up because it talks about Wario.
I know, but that talks about Wario in some of the most... That talks about Wario in some of the most disturbing ways possible. Might be just my opinion.
Well, I was going to talk about the most bland things, such as his sight is 720. His grip is over 80 PSI. I was going to... Well, that one... Yeah, but... Well, he has very strong bones, is what it says here, too.
Drinks a lot of milk.
He does. Plus, garlic actually, doesn't that also help with your, marrow?
Don't ask me. That's a question for a physician.
You know about marrow, apparently.
I do know about marrow as a cooking implement. As a cooking implement,
well, you should know the benefits.
I don't know the benefits. It's like asking me, do I know the exact string of molecules that's gonna help carrots help your eyes? I'm like, I don't know.
They don't actually help your eyes.
Yeah, they do.
They don't.
Yeah, I thought they did.
They don't.
Well, I still like.
Surprise, surprise, they don't. They're very good. They do have.
I'm still going to eat carrots. I don't care.
Welcome to Wario's Woods. We don't approve of carrots.
Casey does not approve of carrots.
No, I eat carrots. I love carrots.
Wario doesn't.
No, only garlic here.
Only
it's
gag.
a very dark
Only
place.
gag.
It's a very dark place. A very dark time for Wario.
When Wario's in his woods, he's in his element. I guess I should talk about Wario's Woods, shouldn't I?
Wario, Wario's Woods. What other obscure Wario titles do we have that aren't Wario Land?
I mean, there's a lot.
That's the door.
Oh, I'm 1 coin away.
Well, you have to backtrack anyway, so it'll be fine.
What? The key's still there. Yeah, key's still there.
Stop. You know what? I'm afraid that you're accidentally gonna start doing Ace on accident with the key.
I go
and just
back,
create
forth,
a null
through-
sprite.
I'm like, Casey, what happened? She's just like, you broke it.
You committed Ace. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what we're talking about, Ace is arbitrary code execution.
Do you see a door?
Huh?
I don't see a door.
Remember doors can be hidden? Remember the instance with the waterfall?
That just makes me want to drop the key and start running.
I'm small. You need one more coin. It's right there. Good. Let's go.
No, I have 13.
You have 13?
Yeah, I have 14.
You need 10.
I have 14 now.
Yeah, you need
I started
10.
out
Why
as
would you
9.
go- Well, throw
Because
away
I thought-
the freaking key.
I thought we were keeping the key.
No, we're not keeping the key. Get rid of it. Wait, what if it's down there?
That's where I got the key.
Well, I'm just saying. Nintendo and their funny.
Funny hee-haw key.
Eh.
There shouldn't be anything else in this room.
All of a sudden, that fireball just drops on you randomly.
I'm just gonna go through this door and hope everything's okay.
I'm sorry, that sprite of Wario, I know he's doing a thumbs up, but it looks like he's flipping the audience off.
Wario is so rude and crass. He doesn't even like he doesn't even like the audience that plays his game. So this is the final world right here.
Talking about we probably won't beat it today.
No, I was saying that we probably will.
Oh.
I was pretty sure that we would because I knew the game was.
Wood. I like wood. What? Wario likes wood. Is that such a bad thing? Okay, that's a very neat mechanic, following the fact that rooms save items.
Yup.
Probably might want to get that bowl hot.
I could.
You could, which is a good thing.
And I should.
But you won't.
Because I will.
You know what's funny? I thought the carrying mechanic would have been a thing in Virtual Boy or 2. I didn't think it came out this early.
Oh yeah.
And I was surprised by it when you first picked up the enemy. I was like... I sounded like what was his name? Tim Allen? What?
You know what? If I do string these two videos together into one long upload, I'm just gonna call it
Tim Allen Chronicles.
the Tim Allen Adventures.
The Adventures of Tim Allen.
Wario's just Tim Allen. Prove me wrong. You can't.
Okay, sure. We'll go with that.
I mean, you can't prove me wrong on that. They both make weird noises. They're both dudes.
Mario left me out on another adventure again.
I don't know what else would distinguish Tim Allen from Wario. I think they're the same guy after all.
They're both funny.
Funny hee-haw.
They do voices.
Wario's voice is just his.
No, he does voices. He does an impression of Mario in one of those Nintendo news things that they had back on Wii. There was one where he does an impression of Mario because they would have.
So it was Charles Martinet doing Wario doing Mario.
Yeah.
That is.
It didn't sound good.
I'm sure it didn't.
Now I can tell that Charles was having a struggle because I mean he's had years worth of experience in voice acting. Let's be real.
Yeah.
He was the senator in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the OVA, and a whole bunch of other things, and he's done acting for years. So you'd think he would have this down, but you gotta realize voice acting is another art entirely. The funny thing is that he was doing Wario as Mario. The issue is that you could hear the little Mario coming out. To me, Mario. Like stuff like that.
He was trying.
He was trying, and I didn't want to laugh because at the time I didn't know any better. I was just a kid. I thought Mario had different voice actors. I didn't even know voice actors was a thing. But it was the cutest little interaction I've ever seen. I just find it funny that somebody thought it was a great idea to have a news show on Nintendo Network or on the Nintendo channel.
It ate my input.
With me's.
It ate my input.
Oh, look at my castle. It warps.
We have Sammy. Tim Gaming. Hello, welcome. Hello and welcome. We are playing Wario Land, just vibing out, having a day. I'm sure some people are like, why does Wario die in this game? He never dies in Wario Land 4. I fully expect some people to just not fully understand what this game is. Because this
I mean, you're in Castlevania at the moment, honestly.
Clearly.
That looks like a Castlevania background.
It does. Okay, this is gonna run out, like, right... It's still going.
Yeah, you weren't as fast.
But yeah, welcome Sammy Tim Gaming. Feel free to subscribe and whatnot. We're just playing.
Leave a like.
Leave a like too. Yeah.
It helps us out.
All that good vibe. We're just playing Wario Land and hanging out. If you got any, if the chat has any Wario opinions,
Or questions.
mostly opinions.
Okay, fine. Jeez.
I don't have any answers for Wario.
I do.
Okay.
I was gonna say, like, you're the streamer, you're doing your things, but if they have questions related to video games that you can't answer, I can do it for you.
Maybe you could. I don't.
Because I've been researching on what the game that got pulled from the Nintendo eShop for Switch.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of games that got pulled from eShop on Switch, but
Yeah.
I could make a whole video on that. By the way, I'm not going.
Wario the video game got pulled from Switch.
Wow.
I'm disappointed. They won't sell my micro games unless it's in our brand. Help me.
Oh, we did it! In the air! Frame perfect!
Wait.
I don't think that was frame perfect, but that was certainly interesting.
It might have been because you don't.
I've never done that before.
Not only that, I don't think you can jump after that. So it might have been because it might be the same instance with Wario or Wario World. Yeah, Super Wario World for the SNES, obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
Super Mario World where you can jump off of the
The P-switches. The big P-switches.
Yeah, the palette switches. At the right time. Well, P-switches too. You can also do that.
Well, those are fun to do, especially in Mario Maker.
Oh, Kaizo's?
No, the jumping off P-switches.
Oh yeah,
I like...
actually made a whole level based on that, and it was a speedrun level. Sadly, my 3DS doesn't have that level anymore.
Because, well, I've got the Wii U and I have the Switch and everything.
I could recreate it.
Yep.
If I can remember how it went.
Absolutely, we could just make a new level. I thought about doing a Mario Maker stream eventually.
You know what we should do?
Where I make stages and play them.
Okay, I make stages for you, and you make stages for me.
Maybe.
And then we just stream it.
I don't know about making them on... So, Mario Maker... So, we just...
Are we doing two?
I think I'd rather do one in terms of making levels, but I'd rather do two in terms of playing them. I know that sounds really dumb, but... One just has a more intuitive feel.
Well,
Empathetic says, Gavin, help. I got Pokemon Scarlet the other day, and my playthrough of Arceus has apparently turned me into someone that wants to complete the Pokedex. Scarlet will change that. Scarlet will change that, trust me.
I'm still thinking about Coda School.
Oh boy. Yeah, that is certainly a Pokemon.
A Pokemon that references another franchise calls them cool.
And isn't at all related to Tentacruel or
Tentacle.
yeah, either of them.
Wait, isn't there Evolved? I want to see if there's an evolution for Coda School.
There's not.
There's not?
There's not.
Dang it, I wanted to see a giant...
A giant walking squid? Yeah, same.
I still need to get that green screen of the Toadstool running.
And put it up against a
The
cheetah.
Yeah, I still need to do that.
For reference, guys, there's a really weird Pokemon. If you want to see it, we put it
in a thumbnail.
of one of the Pokemon Violet
But
videos.
we never talked about it throughout the entire stream.
Nope.
Which is what I found funny. We said we would, and we even put it in the thumbnail, but we never spoke a word, not even a whisper of the spoken.
I like doing that. I like putting weird things in the thumbnail and then just never discussing it, and like leaving the audience to wonder if we actually know what we're putting in the thumbnail.
What, just Josuke Quaxley?
Yeah, like I know what I'm putting in the thumbnail. I know what I'm referencing most of the time. Most of the time. Sometimes you guys make suggestions and I put them in the thumbnails, and I don't know what anyone's referencing, but they're having a fun time, so I might as well do it. I generally check, but even then. I can deny it no longer.
I am smart.
I am small. I'm schmoving.
I'm schmoving and swoozing and swags. I still can't believe it scared me with Swass, though.
Swash.
Uh,
I'm swash.
also for context,
We
Gavin makes appearances on my streams, although be it for like a second. And one time, because we live in the same house, Gavin scared me one time when I was just vibing playing Luigi's Mansion for Switch. And
oh no, it gives me a couple frames for that.
oh, it does?
It does.
Okay.
But that looked really weird.
Well, he walked into my room while I was in the middle of playing Luigi's Mansion and just went, "You're not swassing up." He scared me.
I'm having fun with it, guys.
I don't blame them.
We're up to 12 likes. Thank you guys so much.
5 views.
It's how we're vibing.
Maybe people just secretly like the Wario titles that nobody plays.
People are interested in it, I'm telling you.
Well, then I might as well just start speedrunning Wario Land 4.
Well, next up, I think we're actually doing Virtual Boy in terms of Wario Land.
Yeah. Oh. I don't think he had voice lines in that, did he?
No.
Yeah, the Virtual Boy was not that advanced.
I mean, some of the games did have voice acting, and
But it was like
it wasn't super compressed either.
really. It wasn't crunchy.
Not a whole lot. The
Okay.
Virtual Boy's audio prowess is actually really good.
Okay, the only time I've actually had a good voice line experience with a Game Boy game was with, I think it was Sports Illustrated.
Okay, you can think of the Virtual Boy as being on par with. I didn't let go of down soon enough.
I don't blame you. I probably would have done the same thing, but way earlier in the stage.
So
Okay, Jimbo, no need to worry.
okay, so no, you can think of the. Xavier said no way.
No way. Gavin.
No way.
Dragon
What?
is
What are we saying no way to?
No way.
By the way, I'm not having to hit jump on any of these blocks. It just
They're just that bouncy.
they're just that bouncy. I'm okay with it. Wario's a heavy set guy. I mean, it makes sense to me.
No blocks be like.
But I was going to say that in terms of power, you can think of the Virtual Boy as being kind of on par with the Game Boy Advance in terms of power.
Okay, SP.
Uh,
Just regular advance.
I mean, they're the same hardware level of power.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought the SP had a higher
All it had was a backlit screen.
What's so special about it?
The backlit, the black, the
Backlit screen was the only special selling point.
yeah, the backlit screen, and it had it was foldable, so it was smaller.
I mean, true. I thought it actually had a much higher power for it and a longer battery.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it had a rechargeable battery, Casey. Of course, it was gonna have a longer.
Of course, it was gonna have a longer battery, but yeah, no, there's not really any difference. I am struggling here at this stage.
I told you, that's the reason why they were giving you all the hearts, because the harder stages in terms of platforming were coming up. I mean, if anything, this is, I don't know, would this be on par with the auto scroller I did in Mario Maker for 3DS?
I'd say this is harder,
Harder,
but only because I'm not used to Wario's movement yet.
and the fact that I was trying to go as
Like, I'm used to
step over there.
Mario's controls. In terms of Wario, not really. Like, the shoulder back, like, you'd think he'd feel kind of like Mario. And he does in some ways. Not all of them. Okay.
That put the castle theme from New Suit DS in my mind.
Oh, we gotta defeat...
Oh!
Wait.
Good luck. Good luck, my friend. You can't dash as little. Oh, but you can jump on the back of
Oh, I was close. I was close.
Wario's expression is priceless, let's be real.
You know what? So far, this has been a really, like, pleasant experience, though. And so far,
It's not teeth gratingly stressful.
I can recommend this game.
You can recommend this game.
I think I could recommend this game to anybody just getting into the Wario series or the Mario series, actually. I think you could flip-flop either way.
Well,
Like, if you think
what was that? I thought you had to hold.
I pressed the button just to see what happened there, and it gimped me a little bit.
Whoa! What did you do?
I think that was a glitch. The palette glitches out sometimes.
That was more than a palette glitch. Was it stuck?
I think the palette just glitched and it didn't go all the way.
I thought you were frozen for a second.
Nope.
No, you were just trying to observe what the hell was happening.
Yep.
Okay.
But no, I feel like if somebody's like, I like the game, but I wish we had more free moving control with the character, play a Mario game. You like the gameplay already and you want to see it expanded upon, play Wario Land. You want to see Wario do his own thing, go play Wario Land 4 or Shake It.
You know what I find funny about Wario Land 4?
What's that?
Wario can still stop on a dime. In terms of mid-air drifting. I think that's what it's called. It's called air drifting. When you move in the air.
Alright, we're down to what, one hit maybe? Maybe two more after that? I don't know.
He's wearing armor, so I just say 4. Hit him twice.
3.
Was that a chicken?
I think it was a goose.
A goose? You was a goose.
They're little loosey. They're loosey
There's
goosey.
more. A little loosey goosey. I'm funny. Look at me. Every day's been the same. Waluigi isn't here. Yet.
I debated putting Waluigi in the thumbnail and then decided, nah, whatever.
Weren't we originally gonna put Luigi instead? As a joke?
Yeah, but I could also put.
You decided to put it to the.
Instead, I just was like, Wario.
Adopted Luigi.
Hey, look, syrup. It's not.
I was about to say, Syrup looks like a genie rather than a genie. She looks more
I think
like
she's
Princess Jasmine than she looks more like Princess Jasmine than a pirate. I think you're supposed to get Syrup. What? Are you carrying 2 items at once?
Yep. I was trying to hit syrup, but
Okay, wait for her to get really down now. Huh. Hit his hand? I don't know when he's starting to throw things out. Ooh, what's that? How'd you do that? Oh! Okay, that's an enemy.
maybe I need to specifically jump on this guy.
Maybe use the lamp to jump? Oh, can you not? Well, you got something out of the lamp earlier.
Think you gotta make it upright? Yeah, I that's what I'm thinking too, Sean, but
Yeah, because when it was upright, that's when the little genie came out.
yeah.
I think that's what you're supposed to do. Oh my god, you got set far
Also, I don't think I remember seeing Sean beforehand, so welcome to the stream.
back. Yeah, they weren't in here earlier.
So, welcome. Feel free to
What's the
subscribe.
music sound like?
Kind of bleepity bloopity.
Nothing. It sounds like nothing to me.
Oh, maybe you're.
Yeah, my headset. I need to get a new one when I get the chance.
Maybe the volume's turned down?
Huh? No, my thing doesn't have volume.
Oh,
It's
right.
the wire itself, remember?
The setup. The struggle.
I still can't hear anything. It's okay though.
It's kind of its own thing.
I mean, at least you're getting better with this boss fight. No hits.
No hit. I did not get damaged. I am going to save state though because
Wouldn't it be better to save state?
this is right before the boss. After I've already.
Well, because I don't know if this is going to give you trouble. Wait, you play Mega Man. This is not going to be trouble for you.
Yeah, no, this is easy. I'll do it up here just to save time though. We haven't really used save states at all in this playthrough yet, so. But I will here because
that guy's a menace.
this little guy's a menace.
Okay, wait for him to turn around and then go for it.
So that little guy's a menace, and this, yeah, I did want to finish it today.
What?
What? The top of the bullhorn.
Even Wario looked confused. He blinked like, what just happened?
What just happened?
Wah. Oh, you just... That might not be a good thing. Enemies don't despawn, I don't think. Yeah, no. You have to wait for him to come back. Okay, I have an idea. Keep that Bandito down there. Wait for him to come back, but continuously jump on this guy, so... Oh, no, wait. No, that's not how this works. I forgot. Enemies don't do that. Unless they're grounded.
Just gonna wait for him to come back.
Yeah.
There we
Okay,
go.
that works.
There we go.
I feel like Wario has more control options compared to Mario, and
I like the painting or picture in the background.
she looks so smug. Oh, there's lighting effects in the background. I didn't even notice.
Mm-hmm.
Lighting effects? Oh, Casey. Yeah! Okay, we figured it out. A bit of screen tearing. Yeah, but don't cheat this. Stop it. You're cheating.
I'm not cheating.
Just one
I'm playing by the... Okay, the reason why I allow save states and stuff on just playthroughs like this is because Nintendo allows for at least up to one save state in most of their titles.
That's true.
And on their recent Switch Online stuff, they've allowed for upwards of 4.
Is it 4? I thought it was 3.
It is 4 on Switch Online.
Yeah, because Virtual Console only allowed 1.
Yeah, on Wii U and 3DS.
I wasn't sure about Wii U, but I knew about 3DS at least.
Wii had like a pseudo save state thing.
Is it a subscription?
No.
I hate how that enemy ends up there.
It's alright, we got this. Hope the chat's been enjoying it so far.
Yeah. And if you could, leave a like.
No, I'm not gonna try to show out that much.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I found it's easier if I just don't.
Okay.
If I don't say anything, it actually works out.
I guess I'm used to the old formula because I haven't been in your streams that much.
Well, I've been trying something new.
Alright.
This was something I've
It'll be something I have to get used to as well. Okay, save state here.
Well, we're gonna save state right here, actually. There we go.
Aggressively pats the genie's lamp.
Maybe I should draw that.
Just
Syrup
aggressively.
syrup aggressively hitting a lamp.
Find it funny that I actually did not know how an oil lamp works.
Oh, you didn't?
No, when I was younger, I didn't.
I mean, it makes sense.
Until I grew up, I understood. Also, can we talk about this genie? This guy looks awesome.
Looks kind of awesome.
I mean,
Kinda. He still looks like a snake oil salesman.
snake oil salesman. What justifies this dignified lad as a snake oil salesman?
I could just see this guy coming up and being like, "Hey, I got some cream that'll make you look younger."
Okay, fair. Whoa.
That game over.
Yeah, I know, but did you see that?
Yeah, no, he was hanging his head. He was sad.
No, the data that was on screen
No,
from
No.
the transition.
I wasn't paying
It
attention.
was like a bunch of zeros. And we're not talking about the Mega Man character.
No, we're not.
No.
Then why am I here?
I don't know, Gavin. I don't know why you're here. Maybe if you could beat this lamp up, I don't know. You answer that question.
I don't know. Lamps.
Magical lamps are funny.
The wall of
zeros.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm not as receptive when I'm playing a game. Sometimes I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Well, you were loading a state at the same time, so you were not paying attention at the point of view.
Well, sorry for the wall of zeros.
Why are you sorry for the game loading data?
I don't know, it wasn't visually appealing. I don't know.
The wall of zeros. You know what's funny? Do you remember that, what's it, make a good, what was it? That had to do with Zero, the prototype?
The Mega Man Zero, make a good Mega Man level, episode 0,
Yeah, episode 0.
that I played for a couple weeks.
Yeah. Oh. I can just imagine a, like, wall of just that sprite in face of Zero.
For those who don't know what I'm talking about, well, there's a Mega Man fan game called Make a Good Mega Man Level contest. They've done 4 of them so far, and they did one that was called Episode 0 with a completely different playstyle, and it was made by, I think, mostly experienced developers who worked on the previous titles.
A lot of contest winners actually came back, didn't they?
Yeah, they were. It was a super cool fan game project.
And the more you go through it, the better the levels get. And
Sometimes there's some of the stages that I did not like at all, but I played through 48 hours on the channel a while back. They are some of the older streams on this channel, though, and I'm.
Really sad I missed the Celeste level though.
Oh, it's fine.
It was a song from B-sides though. That's all I can tell you. But yeah, Gavin got me interested in the Mega Man series because originally I just only played 1 and that was it. I thought that was it for a second. I thought you beat him.
So did I. I was not keeping count.
I thought you beat him because he was like, you know, shaking for more than he normally does. Yeah!
I got your
Now
lamp.
let's beat her up with it! Dun, dun, dun.
We're not beating her up with the lamp. Alright.
Oh, we're setting her ablaze.
Wario Blast.
I love how Wario just sitting there like this.
Ah, hey, look. And here's what we came to rescue. So we were trying to find this golden statue of Peach, because we could return to the Mushroom Kingdom and get a huge prize.
Uh-oh.
Thank you. Mario's taking it.
Wow, Mario is literally just a D-word.
Kind of a jerk. But you know what? We got a magic lamp out of it.
Mario just does not look happy at all. He's just like... Okay, these sprites are lovely. They're good, but...
Well, let's see what we can do with all of our coins. Because this is a coin genie.
Oh, he's happy now.
Get one wish. A castle.
Look at his little face.
Well, he's gonna need the money for the castle. We got 2 treasures.
It's about 2,000.
I don't think we got a house. I don't think we got that much.
And that is the year the world will come to an end.
Oh!
What?
That
Yeah, the treasure.
That adds another 6,000 to it.
Excuse me. This is the... Okay, fine. You forgot about the treasures, didn't you? I also forgot about them.
I did too. I didn't think they were going to add to it. Well,
1,
2.
2. Okay, 2 money bags.
You know, not the
How
max.
many did we need? For the good ending, it was like 3.
It was like 4 or 5.
He's like, oh. Well, get out.
So we're making fun of the genie now.
Look at his little face. Now go. Get out of my sight.
It's free real estate.
You garlic eating.
We got a tree house.
Oh, poor Wario.
Well, at least we did it. Well, guys, that was Wario Land. I think what my opinion is once again, this is a game that I could introduce to a new player and see that based on their reaction of this game, recommend them different titles like Mario Land, Mario World, probably the new Soup games, Wario Land Shake It, and Wario Land 4. I could base your recommendation on all of that and probably Wario Land. I think I could probably make a good opinion, but this is a good game.
It has the same ending as, well, at least the same credit sequence of Super Mario Land 2.
Which we played on the channel, by the way. Playlist will be
Yeah,
at the playlist will be at the end of this at the end of the stream once the video gets into processing. But yeah, I think the next game that we're going to be trying here that is Wario related will be Virtual Boy Wario Land. In terms of the next stream, though, I'm not quite sure. I don't think we're going to jump right into Wario next. Yeah, I'm just going to let... What's your final thoughts on this game, Casey, since I don't think you've played this?
I didn't play it, but I was here to experience it with you. Honestly, it looks like a well-rounded game. Of course, it was the first in the series, so it's not going to have all the bells and whistles. There are going to be some issues here and there, but regardless, this is a good title. It still is.
I'd say it's worth it.
I mean, sure, it ain't your Wario Land 4 and Wario Land 3, but it's still got its own charm.
It's got its own things. It's definitely a Mario-inspired title. I don't think I'd fool this for a Mario title in the slightest, but I could say it's a Mario-inspired title.
It is.
And I think that's a good way to look at it. It's not Mario, but it's Mario-inspired.
Here's the funny thing about the Wario Land series, or Wario in general. It takes place within the Mario universe, but it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, that's
the thing about Wario.
Yeah, well, I guess we can always, next time we'll have something else different. I know Metroid Prime Remastered recently came out. I'm waiting to get a physical copy for that one, so bear with me on that. I do want to do the Prime games, but I want to wait on the remasters to come out. So the first one's out, so we'll probably play through that maybe next. I got a birthday at the end of the month, so
Here you go.
who knows? Oh, that was weird. Yeah, I saw it. Huh. Weird. Chat, what do you guys think of the game? Certainly, I do like the premise here. I do think it is a little better fitted to, I think the ending is better fitted to something like Luigi's Mansion. But, Oh yeah, that is definitely RAM values.
By the way, this is the genie. This is his sprite.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's so creepy. It's just black, and then all of a sudden,
Well,
it almost looks like a exe, title.
I can recommend this color patch, but it needs some work.
Definitely does.
I think some of the color choices are a little. I'd say play this game in black and white, and
Yeah.
hopefully this comes to Switch Online.
And if they do, if they ever want to, I would love to see this in a collection
I would too.
of Wario Land titles.
David Martin's Genie,
Genie game Genie. Oh.
Genie game Genie.
I don't think they were in chat at all. Or at least
No, that's
they
first.
appeared once.
Well, thanks for stopping in regardless.
David Martin.
The video will be up on stream afterwards, so
Yeah. Banana.
please retry.
Please retry. I think it's like for the better endings.
Yeah,
But you know what?
I'm content.
This is why Wario lives in a warehouse.
It also makes my my title completely an oxymoron. I love that. It's a complete lie. More money than
Luigi.
Luigi got a nicer house.
Well, here's the thing though. Wario collects gold. Luigi did collect gold, but he also collected
Did actual
gems.
yeah, he actually collected gems and stuff.
But in this game, Wario does collect priceless artifacts and treasure.
Yeah.
So it could be interchanged.
Yeah. However you want to see it. But that's it for me. I'll be streaming sometime later on next week. So I'll be doing something, I'm sure. Or I'll have an upload. Something like that. I can't make any promises. But it's it for me. I've been your humble host, Gavin the Kitty. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so at GavinDragonYT. Or you can join the Discord in the description. If you want to support the channel, leave a like and subscribe. If you feel like donating, you can donate to the PayPal link on your screen. That's it for now. Wario needs a place for his garlic.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
He's got a treehouse.
Your ending screen.
He has a treehouse, and if you want to help the channel out even more, you can watch some of the other content I've put out there. That's it for today. Good night, everybody.